morning from PortAventura World in Spain, where it's another beautiful day, and we have got another action-packed vlog for you coming up today.
So we've got so much coming up. We have got the shows that we didn't check out. I'm really looking forward to those. And there's quite a few rides that we didn't check out in the day one vlog that we're going to check out in this one.
Along with that, we've got some scare mazes to experience, we've got the lake show happening, and so much more. Going to be starting off the day though with a ride here on Tomahawk, so I'll take you along for a POV shortly. And Charlotte just started off with your ride this morning.
I did, so I went on Enchanted this morning. Luckily I only waited about 15 minutes because I did the pre-queue this morning for the hotel, and the operations on there was quite good. I believe it was on 3 trains this morning, which was good.
That's good, if so.
I like the coaster, but the inside theming is just awful. Like, you have all this build-up of the queue line, and you go in there and it's just sensors and screens. I wish they'd have done so much more inside. But the coaster itself is really good. Like, the launches on there are brilliant.
At least you got on there pretty fast this morning. We did the same process as I did yesterday morning. Obviously Charlotte went straight on today. Anyway, let's go and take you along for a ride on Tomahawk. This is a nice little junior roller coaster here in Far West. It's an excellent little coaster, so yeah, let's go and experience it this morning. And here we go, front row Tomahawk to start the day. Little Millennium Flyer trains. A little bit slower on the lift hill, just while waiting for the other train to clear. You get some good views looking out over at Stampida. Gold River over there where we're staying. And here we go! Woo! Hey. Woo! Good fun little woody this. Don't underestimate it. There we go, into the brakes. Nice way to start the day there with a ride on the classic wooden coaster Tomahawk. You have got Stampida right next door as well. The twin track racing wooden coaster. It's quite a rough experience. I think Tomahawk's a better ride, to be honest. Ride's a lot smoother because it's got their Millennium Flyer trains on there as well. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Didn't do Stampida this morning because that's on a staggered opening, and that's the thing with this park, they do have some staggered openings, so bear that in mind if you are coming. Some rides open like up to an hour after the park actually opens. One ride that is open this morning though down here at this side of the park is El Diablo, just here. Little Arrow Mine Train coaster.
Your favourite ride this, isn't it? I know that you love this.
Well, you go down a drop into a trim brake, which is a bit pointless, don't you?
It's funny because you can actually pay for VR on this now.
Yeah.
Which is very strange. There it is, El Diablo.
Here she comes.
Straight into a trim brake.
Not on this drop. This is the best part actually, the final bit. It's walk on there. Look at all the empty seats there. Good news is, it feels a lot quieter this morning. Let's go and ride. Walk on. This proves my point that I was saying yesterday, that this park can just vary so much day to day. Already this morning, like we're 20 minutes into the operational day, onto our third attraction, even though I've only been on 2. Obviously Charlotte's done 1 on Uncharted, so I count that as 3, because obviously if we were riding together, would have been done 3 attractions, if that makes sense. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Good way to start the day. And yeah, this is walk on. Lovely, excited to get back on Dragon Khan as well. Show you a POV from there, the classic 1995 B&M sit-down coaster. I remember back in the day, they used to turn this into a scare maze down here. Walk on. Love a good walk on. Nice views of Hurricane Condor there. All the mountains, that's kind of like the view from our room. And make sure you check out our hotel tour from Gold River if you haven't already, and the day one vlog featuring lots of POVs. Did the 3 big water rides that are open, Shambhala, Baco, and much more. Woo! It's better down the back, there's. I tell you what though, it's still pretty smooth for a 30-year-old coaster. brilliant view of Chamois Bay and Dragon Khan. Woo! Hey, there's Charlotte and George. We're dropping and into a trim break. Here we go. Like I say, I'm a big fan of like old school arrow coasters, but this is probably the worst, or one of the worst. As the layout on here certainly wasn't very inspiring when it was designed. But when you walk on, you can't complain. Much better start to the day. This is the best part of the ride, and luckily the best bit's like the last bit. At least it builds up to it, you know. Here we go. Whee! Nice drop. Woo! Upward helix, helix, helix. Hey! And we end in the tunnel. That's El Diablo. Here in Mexico. Hey, you've just joined me for a POV there on El Diablo. And there's Charlotte, she's in the best seat in the house there. Right down on the back row, love it. 3 lift hills on that coaster. So obviously you've got the initial one, Charlotte's going up there. You've got the one down the back and the 3rd lift hill here. And this is definitely the best section of the ride where you drop down into that helix, come underneath the pathway here, then across to the right hand side and the upwards helix just there. That's by far the highlight of the ride there, that final section. Not a bad family coaster though, it's just a bit of a weak layout on there, isn't it? You've just been on there?
See, I really like it, I do. I think it's really fun, but I do understand with the trim brake, you're going up a lift hill to come down into a trim brake. But the best bit that I find, because I was on the back, that drop out the station,
yeah.
I'll probably come out of my seat.
Yeah, so before you go up that first lift, you got to drop out the station and you go round, which is really good, isn't it? There.
I saw some people with the VR headsets on as well. I went around. I think that's €6. I believe from looking online, they've got a Halloween version that you can do, or a standard version. So I think the Halloween one's like €7 and the main one's €6. But they're like quite big headsets actually.
I'm not interested in doing the VR though at
exactly,
all.
no,
like we're just not VR people at all.
not,
It's like they have got like a VR walk through attraction here at the moment as well, and yeah, we're just not fans of VR in theme parks. I just don't think it belongs in parks at all, and especially not on roller coasters. When it's done, you know, it's like a walk through attraction. It's better than on coasters. But yeah, I'm not really interested in trying out anything VR related. Give me actual reality any day. But a much better start to the day today. Less than an hour in and we've both done 2 rides, which is good. A little bit overcast today. Definitely much quieter there. Yeah, the event that I mentioned yesterday that was ongoing up here in the China area isn't on today. They had like all temporary tents and everything up here yesterday with some sort of like schools events. But yeah, that's all packed up. I think that was on for the past 2 days and it's not today. So yeah, a lot better. Time for Dragon Khan now. Excited to get back on this. Absolutely love DK. Brilliant ride. Very intense, and as I mentioned in the day 1 vlog, it is having some retracking done this winter. Hopefully it keeps its raw, and hopefully we don't get any B&M rattle with the new track on there. I do love these views of both Dragon Khan and Shambhala from the queue line here for Khan. An amazing skyline, isn't it? We've waited about 25 minutes so far for this classic 8 inversions on Khan just here, and the roar that it makes when it goes around the track. That old school B&M roar, 30 years old, and still going strong. Ready for that retrack work next year? Just the noise that it makes when it comes round into this cobra roll. Up into the 0G. Here we go, wait for it, it sounds so good. feeling we're going to lose that sound from next year. So yeah, so a little bit of footage of that for you. Yeah, just got to go straight down here and then down to the station. So probably like 35 minutes total. Much better today. Here we go, front row Dragon Con. Shambhala going up. Love it when you get that interaction. Hey, vamos a verlo. Se viene. What a view. Woo! He slows you down on the mid course. Woo! Oh, it's so intense, I love it. Woo! Interlocking corkscrews. I hope it never loses its intensity. Well, there we go, into the brake run, wow. Oh, Dragon Con, what a ride. Love that. So forceful. An excellent front row ride there on Dragon Con, the legendary B&M sit-down coaster, 30 years of operation. And yeah, it is quite rough in some seats now. It's fine down there on the front, but it's a very intense ride. I do love it to bits. Hope it never loses its intensity with the retrack that's coming. Obviously, it's only starting off with a couple of sections, but I can definitely see them doing it as a phased thing over a number of years. It's an awesome ride though, and yeah, it was great to get the front row. Most of the time, they don't really let you wait for the front rows here at PortAventura. As you mentioned in the previous vlog, operations are kind of just everywhere here, and yeah, if you want to ask for the front row, I've been shouting at before, like, no, you cannot sit on the front, but that time it just worked out perfectly. There was an empty seat there in the front row, so I managed to get on it, which was fantastic. Yeah, legendary coaster, John Wardley design, and I'm glad that the park are looking after it. 30 years on, they could have easily made the decision to demolish Dragon Con. I can't imagine PA without it though, it's such an icon. Look at it go. Yeah, this mid-course barely slowed it down, it's great. Literally just acts as a block section. Sometimes you go into them, they slow it down so much. Lovely, Dragon Con, you're giving it a miss, aren't you, for now?
Yeah, I find it a bit intense, I do. The last few times I've been on it, I nearly greyed out because it was so intense. So I decided to give it a miss. We've got a nice Diet Coke.
You might give it a go though, whilst
yeah, I might give it a go, but at the moment, I find it a bit too intense. Not for me.
Right then, it's time for some scare attractions now. So they have got 4 scare mazes here at PortAventura for Halloween. Now you've got to check the opening times. This vlog we're actually filming across the next couple of days. So yeah, stay tuned for everything that we've got coming up tomorrow. That'll also be in this vlog as well, similar to how we did in the day 1 vlog, putting Ferrari Land in. But yeah, we're going to experience some of the scare attractions, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, you've got 4 on offer. Now you do have to pay for the attractions. I remember when they used to be free back in the day, but no, you do have to pay. It's €27 to do all 4 attractions. However, you've just got to make sure you check the app's opening times, because some of the attractions aren't open on different days. It's like today, only 2 of the 4 are open because it's an off-peak day. Then on the Saturday, which will be the latter part of this vlog, all 4 are open, including the huge maze that they actually run in the closed water park with over 50 actors. So I'm looking forward to experiencing that one tonight. But yeah, we're going to head round there now and experience the scare maze down by Angkor. Much like most places, can't film inside the scare maze, but yeah, we'll have a little look down there and see what the setup's like. Here's a look at all the different mazes and offers that they've got. You can get the Halloween passport for just 2 of them, you can get the one for all 4, and you can use it across multiple days whilst you're here as well. You can also buy individual ones, and yeah, today we've got this open down at Angkor and Wreck Experience that I have done before, but I've never done this before. It's all built around the splash battle that's closed at the moment, so let's go and check it out. Very random, they've got a DJ on just here. I love how they're playing the uncensored version as well over here in Spain. But yeah, looking forward to this. I presume it's going to be all round the station and queue line for what is normally Angkor. I don't think we're going to be walking around the trough, but you never know. Anything's possible. Looks quiet anyway. Oh yeah, it's a walk on. That's where you normally enter the queue line. Here's all the theming out the front. So yeah, I'll see you when I come out, talk a little bit about it. Got this car outside with all the skeletons in. I've got to say, that was absolutely brilliant. What really made it was the fact I was the only person going through. There was nobody else in there with me, so I got every single scare. It lasted about maybe 7 or 8 minutes, I'd say, and it was awesome because you went round what is normally all the covered queue line area for Angkor, and also the station and the gift shop at the exit, but you couldn't tell, like, you know, if you'd never been here before and done that ride, you wouldn't even know that it's normally a ride. Couldn't tell at all when you're on the inside. The theming was excellent and kind of fit with the exterior of the building as well, going through all the temple and everything, and it was just really good. It was a mix between the inside undercover areas and then outside as well. But I tell you what, there was probably 15 to 20 actors in there. It was brilliant, some awesome scares, a few animatronics in there as well. It was all like cannibal themed, hence the name of it as well. All the cannibals and stuff that were coming to get you, these big monkeys and everything. And at the end there was like this big chair with like one of them sat there, and he like chased me up the stairs. It was very good. I enjoyed it. I give that a good probably 9 out of 10. The fact that it probably, you know, it cost like €6 effectively. 2 for 12 I've done today, with the 2 being open at the moment, and that was €6. Well worth it. Yeah, it was awesome. Oh, I really enjoyed that maze. It was excellent. Right, we're staying here now in the China themed area and heading over to the big theatre over here. This is the biggest theatre they've got at the park, and it's home to an absolutely awesome show every single summer, Halloween, Christmas. In 15 years I've never seen a bad show in here. It's incredible. And yeah, this year for Halloween it's called Halloween Factory, and we're looking forward to seeing this. Like, the shows are always top quality here at PortAventura, but especially here in the Grand Theatre Imperial. And they do allow filming as well, so we're going to make our way into the theatre now for Halloween Factory. Looking forward to this, Charlotte?
I'm really looking forward to it, I can't wait.
It's going to be a great show. Acrobats, singing, dancing, lighting, it's always the full package. been Halloween Factory 2025 here at PortAventura. As always, a huge scale production, loads of performers, dancers, acrobats. The stage is fantastic as well. You got all the lighting, you got the screens, you got practical sets. It was just an all-round great show as always.
They always do such an amazing job with the shows here at PortAventura. There was so much going on. There was loads of set pieces on the stage. There was stuff high, there was stuff low, so I really enjoyed it.
It was great, and the music choice in there probably wasn't to our preference,
yeah.
and I would have liked a few more costume changes, but overall a brilliant production. One thing I did notice though, they're no longer using real fire. They've got like the flame effect at the side, which wasn't quite as good, but still it was a very good production, and no matter what you're watching in there, whether it's summer, Halloween, Christmas, it's always going to be an excellent show. I did watch on YouTube the summer one that they did, and that looked great, celebrating 30 years as well, but they always do a great show, and it was nice to see it. Not my favourite we've seen in there, would you agree?
No, I completely agree. It was one of my least favourites that we've seen, but it was still a good show. It's just other ones, you've had a better music choice, and there's been a bit more like dancing from the singers that was in there.
Yeah, a bit more kind of variety with some of the scenes. It felt a little bit samey through some of the scenes, but very impressive, and still one of the best theme park shows you're going to see in a park in Europe. It was excellent. Back down here now in beautiful Polynesia, ready for second scare maze of the day, and that is Wreck. This has been here for a long time now, but it is a good maze. I'm looking forward to getting in. This is giving Altonville Mine Tours, Alton Towers a run for its money. In fact, I think this might have been here longer. I think it has, to be honest.
I've done this before, and that was a long time ago, so it must have been here a long time. I'll have to have a look to see when you put it.
It was in summer, I think, when you did it,
so
wasn't
it's been
it?
quite a while, so it was quite a good maze though, from what I remember, but I'm not doing it this time, so I'm scared I'm going to end up going through on my own because it's quiet.
Well, yeah, they used to run this like in the main season, like outside of Halloween. Looks pretty quiet. Wreck Experience. It's in the old Sea Odyssey building. If you remember Sea Odyssey, the simulator ride from years ago. Yeah, see when it come out, I'll let you know what it's like. Just come out of Wreck after an absolutely awesome run through. It was packed full of actors, and I've done that maze quite a lot over the years, but I've forgotten just how long it was. It's been a few years since I've done it. Over 15 minutes in length, lots of different scenes in there, some brilliant jump scares coming at you from every angle, and yeah, you're going through the former Sea Odyssey building, so at points it's not very immersive, because you've kind of got like the old theme of Sea Odyssey, which is all like pipes and a bit kind of futuristic, and then there's some rooms where they've got like chandeliers and things hanging up from there to simulate like a hotel room or something. So yeah, it's not like fully immersive, but there were some very good scares in there. It's got a chainsaw finale, and just overall it's good fun going through an old dark ride building. The ride system itself is still in there, and you actually walk onto the platform where you previously loaded onto the ride system. And they've got animatronics in there. They've actually attached a few bits to the old ride as well that's just kind of sitting there, SPNO, and you're walking around seeing it all. It's very cool, and I did enjoy doing it. 2 mazes for €12 worked out really good today. Obviously the other 2 aren't open today, but they will be tomorrow. It's Saturday tomorrow, and of course we're continuing this vlog into a second kind of day of the Saturday as well, so stay tuned for that coming up. We're going to do the other 2 mazes, but no, I did enjoy Wreck. It's been here for a long time though now. Now, PortAventura is very much a family park, and you have got a lot of different family and children attractions spread throughout the areas. Then the main family area is Sesamo Aventura just here, all decorated for Halloween as well. You got Coco Palotto that runs around the top, Scarecrow's just there. Yeah, there's a number of different rides all down here. You've got like a little tractor ride, you've got the small junior coaster Tammy Tammy down at the bottom as well. El Salto de Blas, it's one of the pull-up tower rides. And at the back you've got the dark ride, the only dark ride here at PortAventura, and that's Sesame Street Mission. You got a big bird animatronic in there. Yeah, I do like it. We're actually going to make our way to go and see another Halloween show now. Probably my second favourite show venue here at PortAventura, after the one that we saw earlier on, the main Grand Theatre. This is over the Long Branch Saloon in Far West, and the show's called Vampires. So we're going to go and see that now. Hey, Magic Fish, classic over there. Yeah, it's a great family area, and then obviously you've got Shambhala and Calm right behind it. Back down here in a very spooky Far West. Out of all the areas, this has definitely got the most Halloween theme in. I mean, there's loads around the whole park, but this area always has the most. Look at the skeleton horse just out there. All the cobwebs on the buildings, and the music's really good. Big pumpkins and different photo ops all the way around, small pumpkins. Excellent. Always just has that awesome spooky vibes down here. Here's a look at the big pumpkin photo op down here with some more skeletons out the front. So we head down to the Long Branch Saloon. Woody all wrapped up there as a mummy. And here we go.
Awesome. The saloon show is always so good, so I can't wait for it.
Something that we've really found out is that George loves shows as well.
He does, you love them, don't you?
He just sits there in peace and watches them.
He's just like, he's amazed, which is really nice, don't you? You're going to enjoy this one.
It's like with Halloween Factory, he sat there for the full 30 minutes, didn't hear anything off him.
Wasn't he? He was really enjoying it.
He likes shows and dark rides, we found the most, doesn't he? He really likes those. But yeah, here's the Long Branch Saloon. Recommend getting here a good maybe 20-25 minutes before, because it does get quite busy in here. Let's make our way inside, ready for Vampires Halloween show. And here's a look inside the Long Branch Saloon. What I love about this venue is it's very small and it feels quite intimate, especially with the stage being right there at the front. You feel very involved with this show, and sometimes you might actually get picked out to be part of the show as well. You've got the bar area, and this is all like space that they use for the show. Sometimes they use the steps over there. You're very much in the heart of it all in this venue. It's worth pointing out, if you are coming here, you do need to make a purchase, either a drink or something to eat. There's no like minimum kind of thing that you can buy. Even if you just want to buy like one Coke or something, that's enough, you know.
I might get this hot dog meal.
There you go.
It's only $12.95. This can do for my tea, can't it?
Yes, that's how it works now. You just need to purchase something. It's not like the drinks are extortionate either. It's like €4 for a beer or something, you know. But yeah, if you are coming in here, they'll come round, take your order at the table, and then you get to enjoy the show. We are looking forward to this. Vampires.
Most fearing vampires has taken the city. Nobody feels safe, and everybody is wanted. Is there someone out there who can save us? Gutes und Barmherzigkeit.
Yes, master. Everything ready for dinner. Todo listo para la cena, maestro.
some highlights there from Vampires over in the Long Branch Saloon. I've always really liked that venue, how compact it is, the shows going on all around you, and it was really good to see that. A few different songs in there, including a PortAventura Halloween classic there at the end that I've not heard for years, so it was nice to hear that again. I would love it if there was a little bit more music in the show. There was like 3 different segments in there with songs, but the rest of it's very kind of interactive. They pick someone out on the stage and it's all going on around you, which is great. I think it would benefit from maybe another 1 or 2 songs in there, but still it was great to see it again. A proper Halloween vibes in there, very spooky, and enjoyed watching it. And little George was good as gold in there as well. Like, he just loves watching things. Like when he can see things and literally don't hear anything out of him, he's just really happy, smiling, watching the shows, which is great, especially with us both really enjoying the show. It's nice that we can take George and not really have to worry that, you know, he's not enjoying it. Like literally, he's just fixed on watching everything going on, which is really nice, all helping with his development, which is lovely. Right, well really, this is the last like major ride for me to go on here at PortAventura, and this is Stampida down here. Obviously there's quite a few of the flat rides and things that I've not done, but still in terms of the major rides, we've got Stampida, so yeah, gonna give this a go now. This coaster has been operating since 1997, and this another one was actually designed by John Wardley. It's a brilliant layout, this 2 tracks. You've got the blue side and the red side, both of them very similar, but also have a couple of differences as well. I think blue always feels like it's the better side. Unfortunately, many years ago, they replaced the old PTC trains that this used to have with some awful trains that they've had running on here for a long time now. It used to be a lot smoother experience, much more comfortable. Why they haven't put more new trains on, I don't know. It really could do with Millennium Flyers on here, like Wickerman for example. And this is where you pick your colour. We'll go for blue side. Just here you got the 2 chuck wagons looking up at the structure. So yeah, that's the thing, this part's very much connected to the roller coaster legend himself, John Wardley, and of course the Tussauds group from back in the day that used to have a share in this park for a number of years from when it opened back in 1995. So yeah, quite a lot of it in connection really between Alton Towers, John Wardley, PortAventura. It all kind of, you know, relates to each other. Obviously Tussauds, or Merlin as they are now, have had no involvement in here for a number of years. Obviously Merlin never had any involvement whilst there were Merlin Entertainments. Now they have got GCI in to replace some of the wooden track with that steel Titan track. I don't think it's made much of a difference, to be honest. I think what this really needs are brand new trains on here. It said 30 minutes, but I don't think it's going to be. But yeah, this is the beauty of staying on site for us. Literally, Charlotte and George just nipped back now. Charlotte just nipped back to get a few more nappies and a bit more milk for George, so we can stay topped up for the rest of the evening. But yeah, that's the beauty of being in Gold River. Really handy for the park. Check out that full tour if you haven't already seen it. Let's go and ride. Stampida, or Stampana as some call it. Red side wins. Here we go, climbing up. Only wait 5 minutes, end of the day. There's the other track. We're on the blue side, and here we go. Woo! Whoa! Woo! This has always been my favourite part. You're going to see the other train come the other way. Woo! That's always really made it. Oh, there goes Tomahawk. Woo! You don't always get that. Woo! just join me for a front row ride there on the blue side of Stampida. I've always loved the layout of this coaster, like the interaction between the trains, Tomahawk coming by there as well, and just the overall layout of it's fantastic. What's let it down is when they changed those trains. I think it was back in 2007, they put trains on from Comeback, and they're really uncomfortable. Saying that, down there at the front, it's not too bad. It's one of them coasters, the further back you get on the train, the rougher your experience is going to be. Of course, it's a wooden coaster. You certainly don't want it to be butter smooth, but also you don't want to be completely like going round like this, rattling all the way. But no, it wasn't riding too bad down there at the front. Probably helps that it's a bit cooler tonight as well. In the peak heat of the sun, back on the train, honestly, it can be really rough and a horrible experience, but that wasn't too bad at all. And yeah, I enjoyed getting back on Stampida there. It was good at the front. Only waited a few minutes for it as well. Anyway, it's actually the end of this day right now here in the vlog, but we're going to continue on with this vlog tomorrow, which is our final day here, where we're going to get some more of the Halloween bits in that haven't been open the past few days whilst we're here. So I thought instead of doing like a separate day 3 and 4 and all that, we'll kind of merge them together, and yeah, we'll show you, of course, some more of the Halloween here at PortAventura. Come more scare mazes to experience. You often have a lot more roaming actors around at the weekends, and the park's open through until 10:30 with the big lake show, Horror on the Lake, which I'm really looking forward to. So we'll see you shortly when we continue on with our final day here. Good morning from our final day here at PortAventura World, where we're continuing on with this vlog. It's a Saturday today, the park's open late, we've got the lake show tonight, and I've just experienced our third scare maze here at PortAventura Halloween 2025, Le Meurtre Viva. Now I got here as soon as it opened this morning, waited 5 minutes, which is great. Now this is here in the Mexico themed area, it's Day of the Dead themed, and normally this operates as a restaurant for like all outdoor seating, so they've been very creative here with the location of this. Normally all these archways are open and it's all seating, but yeah, it's been transformed into a scare attraction. Again, like the other 2 mazes that I've done, this was very well themed, lots of details in there, and packed full of actors, which was fantastic. I do like the sign out the front, and yeah, that Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos theme was really good throughout, and you couldn't tell at all that it's normally a restaurant, other than one scene that they'd actually built using the real kitchen, and that they used when this is an operational restaurant, which I thought was pretty cool. But no, I did enjoy it, and it was definitely worth going through. Yeah, I've enjoyed all 3 mazes, and of course tonight we've got the special that only runs on the weekends only. This is the big maze with 50 actors that they actually use the water park for. Obviously the water park's not open at this time of the year. They transform it into a scare attraction, and we're both doing that tonight, so we can't wait. Now in the day 1 vlog, we walked through what we thought was a scare zone, but it wasn't open in the week. It's open today, now it's peak on a weekend. So we're gonna have a walk through here now. Oh, smoke's pumping out. Yeah, this is Chinese theme. Scare zone. I tell you what though, I'm glad that we've managed to do quite a few rides on the other days. Not as many as we wanted, but it is packed today, isn't it?
It's so busy. I actually went on Stampida and it took me 50 minutes. I was 2 ramps down to send 4 trains of express. I was madness.
Crazy. Oh, I like how they're getting in the photo ops down here. That's cool. Very smoky down there as well. But yeah, it's crazy busy today, as expected for a Saturday. That's the thing. So I saw Dragon Con advertised on 2.5 hours earlier on when I looked on the app. It's on 2 hours now. Hello. Oh, he's got freaky eyes. Charles has done a good scare.
See him.
Behind the stage just now, behind the Cobra. Oh.
That was a cracking scare, that.
It's really good. Lots of actors down here. Hey. Oh, I like how he's got the Chinese theme. Not only it fits with the area, but it's just really different, isn't it, for a scare attraction? Oh, Scared with the umbrella there. A nice scare zone. We're actually going to go and watch the bubble show down here now. Not seen this for years, but we thought George would really like it. So we're going to go and watch that. He's got a big weapon here. Here we go, look at his sword. Oh, he's going for it with that. That was a good scare zone. And yeah, the show venue is just around the back here. Enjoyed seeing the Halloween version of Bubble Bound. Not watched that for a few years here at PortAventura. Just the one performer in there, but she really carries it for like 25 minutes. Does a fantastic job.
Oh, she did a brilliant job, like with the bubbles. She was taking the bubbles out of the bubble and then putting it back in there. I thought that was a really nice show. I really enjoyed it. And George was loving it as well. He was like, with all the bubbles, which was really nice.
All the lighting and everything. I like how she doesn't talk as well, just lets the kind of bubbles and the music tell its own story. Really nice. They pick someone out of the audience as well to get involved. Like get a kid up there and put bubbles on them and everything, get them doing it. It's just a really good fun show, and you've never seen that before either.
No,
so.
I really enjoyed that. I'd definitely go and see it again.
Yeah, very unique, and you don't really see bubble shows that often in parks, but yeah, it was really nice to see that again. I enjoyed it a lot. Love that backdrop here in the Chinese themed area. Shambhala and Dragon Khan just there. Hey, got the Chinese performer out here as well. They've actually got a family water attraction down here. This is normally the driving school actually. Yeah, the other big pumpkins over there. Yeah, it's like a family walkthrough that they've got. Well, a couple of hours have passed since that previous clip. We went to watch Halloween Factory again. Obviously we saw that earlier in this vlog, but that was actually yesterday when we did see it. So we decided to go and watch that again. Really enjoyed it with it being the big show. Done Shambhala again as well, and also Dragon Khan. But yeah, very busy today as expected. It is a Saturday during Halloween, so it is packed. But luckily they have got quite a lot of flat rides around the park, and yeah, there's some big queues today, so they certainly need them. There's some queues of over 2.5 hours today here at PortAventura. It is packed. Now here in Mexico you've also got Templo del Fuego, which is an excellent attraction. However, it is definitely not worth a 1 hour and 30-minute wait. 90 minutes just there. That is a long wait for Templo del Fuego. So basically, you go in the pre-show, it lasts maybe 7 or 8 minutes. Then you go into the main temple itself with all the fire and water effects, but it only lasts a few minutes in that main scene. It's not worth 90 minutes. I love it to bits, and I would have liked to have done it again. Obviously, it's closed in the week. It's only on the peak days during Halloween. And that's why I say if you are coming here for Halloween, you've got to come at least one day on the weekend just to see some of these things. But as I've done this many times before, yeah, we're going to give that a miss today. I like how the sign's been redone though. And we're back down here now in the entrance area to the park, Mediterranean. Do love it down here. The views of Furious Baco. Got the big ship just here as well. And we've gone for a nice classic hot dog, haven't we?
Menu Big Dog.
That's what it's called there, Menu Big Dog. So you get the Oscar Mayer hot dog, fries, and a drink for €12.50, so not too bad. Worth pointing out, if you are coming to PortAventura, you do have to buy the cup for €1, but then when you take it back, they do give you the euro back, but you can keep them for your whole stay here as well, which is good, and then they'll swap them over, which is good. But here we go, you're looking forward to this tonight?
I'm really looking forward to it. I don't really know what to expect, but I cannot wait. It's going to be 30-minute experience with over 90 actors, so I can't wait.
Wow, is that what they're saying? Over 90 actors? Wow, I've seen like reports saying 50.
Yeah, on the website it says 90, so
It's a lot of actors, is what we know. And it's called La Isla Maldita. I keep wanting to say Matilda. Yeah, La Isla Maldita, I think. Something like that. I don't have a clue how to pronounce
no
it.
idea.
But it's been advertised on all the cups just here as well. Unique in Europe. And yeah, it's actually in the water park, Costa Caribe, that is closed at this time of the year. So we're going to head over there shortly. Back in the day, they used to do La Selva del Mida, which was through Polynesia, and used to queue up at the train station and send you through there. Anybody remember that one? I did that many times. But yeah, we've got this coming up tonight, and of course the lake show after. Oh, menu Big Dog was delicious there as always, and I've got to say this park at night is always beautiful to walk around. I do wish they didn't leave the Christmas lights up all year though. Looking out on the buildings, I think it looks a bit silly having like all icicle lights up at this time of the year. I am very excited for this new attraction to us. It's been here for a few years, but I've not done Halloween for a number of years. Charlotte's never done Halloween here, and I'm excited to give this a go tonight. So Charlotte's going to go in first, and I'm going to go in afterwards.
I'm
so
excited, I can't wait to see what it's like.
you're getting to experience it and see it for the first time. So.
I'm not going to tell you about any surprises.
Oh, I'm hoping there's going to be some good scares in here. La Selva del Mida, the old attraction, used to have a brilliant scare in there that I'm hoping they've transferred over to this one. I've not told Charlotte what it is though, just in case they have. It really got me. Like, I fell to the floor once, first time it happened.
don't.
I'll tell you afterwards. Yeah, a lot of pre-queuing going on around here as well. So obviously I mentioned you can get the 4 maze passport for 27 euros, and this is included in there. You can buy it individually as well. I think it's 14 euros. You can also buy Express for it, which is 12 euros. So we've gone and done it. We've bought Express for it because we thought we're going to have to. It's only actually operational for 2 hours, this attraction tonight. So I just don't think it would have been feasible for us both getting to do it.
Definitely not. So we've caved and bought Express.
Yeah, which I don't like doing at all, but we've had to do it. We've had no other choice. It's already busy. It isn't open for another 45 minutes. Let's go. Of course, not going to be able to film inside, unfortunately. But we'll talk about it after. We'll get Charlotte's review and then, yeah, my thoughts as well. So when you're coming into PortAventura, the entrance is on the left-hand side, and back in the day, that actually used to be another entrance from inside the park into Costa Caribe, the water park here at PortAventura World. The good news is the Express worked out great because the queue is massive around there. You've just come out.
You are going to be so pleased that you've got Express because that queue is absolutely huge, but that was brilliant. I'm not going to give too much away because Sean's going to be going in now, but I have never screamed so much in my entire life. I was terrified. That was brilliant. Like, that was well worth the money. It was excellent, so much fun, and so scary as well. There were so many actors, so I'm looking forward to seeing Sean's reaction.
We'll do a joint review talking about everything.
It was so
Sure,
good.
because I literally have seen nothing.
No, I
so
haven't told him anything.
I'm going to go and head over now, but Charlotte got in within a couple of minutes of the attraction opening at 8 o'clock. And yeah, it was what, about 15 minutes in length? A bit shorter than we were expecting, I think.
Yeah,
but
I think it all depends of how fast you walk in, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it is quite a long route, but the people in front was walking quite fast, and I kept going like jumping in and stuff like that. And it was only groups of 8 as well.
Yeah.
And how big that queue is, that has got to be about 2.5 hours long.
So it's all the way out
So
here.
it's all the way out here, and then it goes all the way down. There's a cattle pen at the back, and then you go in.
Yeah,
You'll
because the
see when
water
you
park
go
is
down.
quite far back to the
It's
water
quite far
park.
down.
So
You'll see when you go in, but the queue is massive.
I can't wait for this. Here we go. I'm really looking forward to this. Wow, look at the setup. I've not been down here for years. Yeah, you literally just used to walk down here to connect between the water park and the theme park, but they've not used it for a long time as like an access to the water park. Obviously, you've got the other entrance just off from the main hub. This is cool. Animatronic in there, all the smoke. I can see the smoke rising. DJ down there, keep you entertained. Oh, see what Charlotte means. Yeah, so there's a massive queue out there to get into this bit, and all the way down here. Wow. At least they got a DJ though, some entertainment. Brilliant, what a vibe. I think the idea of this is to put you in that false sense of security. Oh, wow. Down here in the water park. This is brilliant. Express down this way. We've only got the DJ. We got the Exorcist lady out here as well. This queue is massive. Even got hot dogs on sale down here. Got the Oscar Mayer truck. Express still down this way.
Hola miércoles, jueves, viernes. Jueves, hola jueves.
Oh my God, that was absolutely incredible from start to finish. Hands down, I'm gonna say it, that's the best scare attraction I have ever experienced. I think it's been here for about 5 or so years now, and I've been wanting to do it for a number of years, knowing that it's in the closed water park, but that was just phenomenal, wasn't it?
It just had everything going for it. There was so many actors. I got so many scares. The immersion in that attraction was fantastic. You had scares from actors. There were scares from animatronics. It was fantastic. It was so much fun. I loved it. Like, fantastic.
I just love how it puts you in that false sense of security as you're walking down as well. You got the DJ. It's quite fun. Started off straight away with some chainsaws, and then you start off right at the left-hand side, going past the wave pool that's actually functioning, and they've got an actor on a jet ski in the wave pool going round. Behind that you've got all flame effects going off. Then you started to get kind of further back into the water park. They've placed shipping containers in there with scenes inside, and it started off kind of like, you know, island piratey themed. And these pirates, as we went on, it got a lot darker, a lot more crazy, a lot more sinister, a lot more covered in blood. It started off like looking like crazy pirates, didn't it? Then it got a lot darker as we went on. And then they used like queue lines for the water slides. You could look up and see the slides, but they're all lit up and everything. I loved all of that. And then it really started to get kind of a lot darker towards the end, didn't it?
Definitely did. So you're going into like an asylum towards the end, and there was just so much going on. It was packed full of actors. Like, that is the best scare attraction that I have ever done in my entire life. I have never been so scared. Like, there was big bangs going off, there was horns, there was chainsaws. Everything that you could want from a scare maze, it had in there. It was excellent.
And with Costa Caribe, if you've been in there before, you'll know it's mostly an outdoor water park, but it has got a big indoor area as well. And right at the end, they turned that into a psychiatric hospital,
like,
which was just crazy.
Going up.
Yeah,
there was like a massive staircase. There was all doors.
And all that's there normally, but you wouldn't know.
And I went in, and I could smell the water.
Yeah, literally. Oh, it was incredible from start to finish. If you're doing that over Halloween, you've got to come on a Saturday or Sunday to get that. It's brilliant. It only ever runs on the weekends, but that was amazing.
Salvador
Media used to be good.
Express, because that queue is humongous.
It is massive. Yeah, I reckon that could be a couple of hours there. There was a small group. I mean, you said you had 8. I think there was about probably 12 in my group, but still I was in there probably about 20 minutes. Oh, it was so good. Like, that has made up for, I'm not saying, I don't justify the poor operations or anything here, but that for me was by far the best thing I've seen here in 4 days. The best scare attraction I've ever done in all these years, and we've done hundreds. That was absolutely freaking brilliant. I loved it.
The best scare that I got, Sean heard it before, so we was walking through like these shrubs, and there was this massive loud dog bark, but it actually happened right next to me. I was terrified. I thought there was an actual dog in there. I went, ah!
You know, it's really good when we can go for almost 3 minutes talking about it.
So good.
I wish I could show you that in there. Obviously there is some official footage that I've put in as we've been talking about it, but 10 out of 12 out of 10. That was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I can just go back round and do that again now. It was so good. Oh, that was so good, really enjoyed it. You know it's a brilliant attraction when we're still talking about it like 20 minutes later. Oh, awesome. Absolutely brilliant that was. Well done to all the actors and everyone involved in the process there. We just keep talking about it, literally. And we've just been talking about it for like 20 minutes.
Literally, the whole walk down to here, all we've been talking about is our experience.
And that's when you know it's so good. Like, oh, excellent. Yeah, nearly 9 o'clock. The late show is on at 10:45. So just going to have a lap around the park now, getting a few atmospheric shots of PortAventura at night, because it's been a while. Many years, in fact, since I've seen all this park lit up at night. Then we'll head down to Horror on El Lago, Horror on the Lake. So yeah, here's a few atmospheric shots from around the park lit up. And the Christmas lights. Hey, thanks for watching. The beautiful lights there on Dragon Khan added onto the side of the train. Then of course Shambhala's actually got an on-ride video built onto the seats, and that's the lights that you can see. It kind of lights you up at night on there. Not a huge fan of that. It does take away from your nighttime ride on Shambhala, but it looks good from off-ride, especially on Dragon Khan with the strip lights on the side. Seen so many fans of the channel whilst I've been here. It's been lovely. Well, I just managed to bag a final ride on Shambhala of the trip at night in the single rider queue. Not too bad of a wait, about 45 minutes. But if we hadn't have expressed that scare attraction, not only would we both not have been able to do it, also wouldn't have got a night ride there on Shambhala this trip, so definitely the right decision. Like I said, I don't agree with Express at all, but sometimes here, you've just got to. And tonight was one of them nights where we had to. Look at the lights on DK. Yeah, they have updated the on-ride cameras on Shambhala, so it's not as bad as it was before. Used to be really bright, shining in your face, but yeah, not as bad now. I'll put in a few more shots as we head back down towards Mediterranean. Well, as always, PortAventura looks awesome lit up at night. There's so much amazing lighting in this park, including on the side of Dragon Khan. I think that looks excellent, as you've just seen from lots of the footage there. Hey, more of the Halloween decorations here in PortAventura. And yeah, there's about an hour to go until the lake show, Horror and Al Lago. So we're gonna head now down to Mediterranean and get a good spot for this. Not seen it for years, really excited to see this show again. In the summer they do have Fiesta Ventura, and this is basically the Halloween version of that. It's a lake show, there's floats, there's jet skis, there's fireworks, all sorts of effects. I know the summer show had drones this year to celebrate 30 years of the park. I don't think the Halloween one has, but maybe that'll be an addition at some point in the future. If you want a good spot for this, I'd recommend getting there a good 45 minutes or so before, just so you can get round by the lake and get the best view possible. So let's head down there, and of course over the next few minutes we'll put in some highlights from Horror and Al Lago. And just before Horror on the Lake, you got the PortAventura Halloween Parade as well. At night this time, and yeah, you got all the performers in, with it being a peak day. There's always an epic atmosphere on these peak nights like this as well. Great vibes here in Mediterranean.
que aguardan ser liberadas. Solo los valientes podrán defender el mundo de las inquietantes criaturas. Solo ellos podrán volver a encarcelar a los terroríficos.
Y el horror se apoderará de las aguas del lago. No habrá lugar seguro en el mundo donde se... Juntos dominaremos el mundo. Ahora empieza la era del mal. El fuego ya azota las aguas del lago.
seen highlights there from Horror on a Lago. Really enjoyed that. Horror on the Lake, part of PortAventura Halloween. Excellent show, 15 minutes in length. You got the jet skis, you got these up here, which looks so fun. I'd love to give that a go one day. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? All the fountains, the fire, the fireworks. Excellent show. I love the big Grim Reaper coming out as well. They've been running this show here for years. Good to see it still going strong, but they have added new things over the years as well. Excellent, man. I love this at the end there. How they all come by so you can give them a cheer on. What a great way to end our trip here to PortAventura Halloween. It's been a much better day 2 vlog that we've filmed, of course, across the past couple of days. Halloween at PortAventura. Yeah, we'll head back over to Gold River and wrap up the vlog. Look at them go, wow. I would love a go at that. There's the beauty of staying on site though. Nice stroll back to the hotel now. All back in our room at Hotel Gold River for the final part of our trip here to PortAventura. If you haven't already though, make sure you check out our vlog featuring a full tour of this awesome themed hotel.
So in this vlog, we have been checking out the shows. I really enjoyed seeing the shows, and PortAventura definitely know how to put on a good show because they have been fantastic.
Yeah, Halloween Factory, really enjoyed seeing that. Along with that, we did the saloon show, Vampires, and then of course later on, Horror on the Lake, more footage of the parade, and that excellent scare maze. I've got to say, all 4 mazes have been great, but that tonight was epic, wasn't it?
Oh my god, it was so good. They have done such a good job of that. There was just so many actors, and it had like every scare you could think of in there. It was brilliant.
It was excellent, and in general, I've been very impressed with Halloween here. All the 4 mazes, the decorations, the shows. It's a really good overall Halloween package because you've got them thrills with the scares, but it's also very much a family Halloween event as well, with lots of other things. You've got that family walkthrough that we walked past, lots of performers around the park, street theatre, and just all the fantastic decorations. Done some more rides as well. POV from Dragon Con today, classic. Last time riding that before they do the retrack work on there. And of course, yeah, got a few other rides in. Did El Diablo as well. And Tomahawk and Stampida as well. But I was Stampida for you today.
It was so rough. Honestly, it was so rough.
Yeah, it does need some more work on there, to be honest. But we'll see what happens in the future. That does bring us to the end, though, of our trip. Our 4th and final vlog. Of course, check out the hotel, the travel vlog, and the day 1 if you haven't already. And it's ended up being a better trip than we thought it was going to be on the first day. That first day, yeah, it wasn't the best at all. It was quite frustrating. I think what's helped over the past couple of days, when obviously we filmed this vlog, is we have seen a lot more of the shows, and that has really broke up the day, hasn't it, really?
That's the thing, like going in to see the shows, you've got like half an hour. Sometimes they actually open like half an hour before, so you've got an hour inside, and then you've got half an hour watching the show. That really helps because some of them queues was just madness. Yeah,
it has been crazy. Some of the operations here have been the worst I've ever seen. It's been terrible, and I know PortAventura has always had pretty bad ops, but at the moment it really does feel the worst I've ever seen it.
They really need to sort it out.
They do. Like, I'll be in no rush to come back. I don't know if anything new's coming next year. We haven't heard of it, but next year might be the first year we skip coming. We'll see what happens. We might end up coming, but we probably won't stay on site next time. I think we'd probably just come for a couple of days, stay down in Salou, do the beach and that sort of thing, and then just come up to the park and probably express it, to be honest.
Exactly. I think that's how you've got to do it at the moment. With how poor the operations are, you definitely just need to express. Like I did Stampida. They sent 4 trains of express. Yeah. That main queue just wasn't moving at all. It's
out of control. It's a cash grab. I don't like that at all. But if you're coming in, you want to get the rides in.
You've got to do it.
You have, yeah. So it's one of them, isn't it? We know for next time. Instead of coming for 4 days, yeah, Joey's like, yeah. Instead of coming for 4 days, I'd rather just come for 2, express it both days, and just make the most of it. But still, we've had a good time. I've enjoyed seeing the Halloween things. And stay tuned for some more UK Halloween bits coming up now. We've got Chessington, Legoland, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and a few other bits coming up as well for the rest of the spooky season. That leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you back home.